Item 10I. Would somebody move the item forward? Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. Madam Clerk, please read the item.
A resolution of the Village Council of the Village of Palmetto Bay, Florida, declaring a climate emergency, urging the regional neighbors of the South Florida community, state of Florida, and the United States government to declare a climate emergency, requesting regional collaboration on a transition plan and emergency mobilization effort to restore a safe and sustainable climate for current and future residents of Palmetto Bay, proclaiming a call to action for the village manager to launch efforts towards adaptation, mitigation, and resiliency strategies, including the implementation of the village's climate crisis report, creation of resiliency department, and launching a green master plan, providing for transmittal and providing for an effective date, sponsored by Mayor Karen Cunningham.
Thank you. I'm going to get a real staff report. I'm just going to give the information that I have. This is an item that came forward from our Youth Advisory Board. Nicole Gazzo, who could not be here this evening because she has the flu. She worked with both Director Pineda and Miss Andrea. I don't remember her last name. And it was recommended by the Youth Advisory Board to bring the item to the council, so in which case I said I would sponsor it for them because I was at that meeting. I also just wanted to mention that we're currently members of the American Flood Coalition and Resilient 305. My understanding of the item is it's focused a lot on education and developing an internal plan, which is, I think something that we're kind of already looking at to some degree. I also did want to add that in addition, I know you all saw the memo, that in addition to the coastal cities of City of Miami, City of Coral Gables, City of, I said coastal, I don't think Coral Gables is coastal, City of Miami Beach, oh, actually that's not true, some areas of Coral Gables, right here in near Palmetto Bay, are coastal. City of Miami Beach, town of Surfside, North Bay Village just passed it. And I think each one of them, there was like a template that Ms. Gazzo, who was a Silver Knight nominee, by the way, there was a template that she provided, and I'm going to let you deal with that because I think bottom line for me was kind of whittling it down so that it's really connected, because she was using City of Miami's, which was, everything in the kitchen sink and all that. So I said if we could look at it just from the direction that we've been taking and hopefully plan to take, that would be great. So without further ado, Director.
The intent is for, obviously, leadership to be able to become responsible towards climate change and seeking methods and means on how to combat that. We did work with Nicole. Nicole basically gave us an idea of an overall global type of scale on how to target this. And what we did was we just narrowed it down to what we felt Palmetto Bay can focus on. So some of these items include sea level rise mitigation, transition away from fossil fuels, reaching zero greenhouse emissions. We're trying to work collaborative with other municipalities in order to be able to tackle this. Our Green Master Plan, which initiated last year, at the end of last year, is going to tackle a lot of these topics and items. And we're hoping to be able to draft and have that draft, actually we have a draft, and have that draft to you so that you can take a look. But more important, I just wanted to pass out potential financing potential financing solutions in order for us to be able to tackle this. This is a script that came from Harvard Kennedy School of Government, and I just wanted to pass this out so that you can read this in your leisure time and you can see that it is feasible, that these item actions that we're looking at are feasible to be able to get funded.
Thank you. Do you have more to your, no? Okay. Then we're going to go ahead and move forward with discussion. Councilmember Singer, then Vice Mayor.
You want to go first? You're more than welcome to.
I'm sorry.
Through the mayor.
Yeah.
Is there any cost to this at all?
It's mostly staff time, Councilmember Singer.
Thank you.
Vice Mayor?
Yeah, I would applaud our committee on putting this together. However, there's one thing I would like crossed out of here. My issue is that anything within our wheelhouse we should do within reasonable cost benefit. What we should stay away from is creating overlapping jurisdictional organizations, because federal agencies are responsible for this, state agencies. We have the county as well that has an Office of Resiliency, I believe. So, stuff like launching a green master plan is great. Putting together mitigation strategies like we've done in the past on the council to increase by 1 foot the base flood elevations of areas above, raise it up by 1 foot to give us better standing with FEMA and reduce our insurance rates for residents. All that stuff is great. However, creation of a resiliency department, I would recommend we strike that. I don't like overlapping jurisdictional organizations. We should never have what the state and the local governments have already done, which is Department of Environmental Protection that has actually triplicate jurisdiction between Army Corps, Department of at the federal level, Army Department of Environmental Protection at the state level, and then we have Environmental Resource Management at the county level. All three are jurisdictionally overlapping. So I would just, if we approve this, I'd like to amend this to strike the creation of the Resiliency Department. Otherwise, I'm okay with the rest of it.
Okay, I'm actually looking in the actual item, though, and I'm not seeing, I know that the caption indicated that. Can you tell me where it is? Thank you. Just while you're doing that real quick, one of the things I didn't mention was the Coalition of Mayors is working with Deering Estate, Jennifer Tistamer, the director, and she's going to be putting together, and I know you're also working with her, she's going to be pulling similarities from each one of the cities and the things that we've already accomplished to kind of create a regional plan, just as an FYI.
And can I also follow up with a question of that creation of the Resiliency Department? You said it's just staff time, Ms. Pineda. Doesn't that imply creating new headcount in a new department?
I'm sorry, that actually you are absolutely right. We are not intending to create an actual department. We have our own department already, and we're working with what we have. So I absolutely agree with you on that.
So that would be my motion, to strike the creation of the Resiliency Department.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
Which is,
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Sorry, we skipped one beat. Did anyone want to discuss it? Okay.
Mayor, if I may interrupt?
Yes.
That strike will occur on page 1, line 15 of the resolution, including page 4, section 7 of the resolution.
Correct.
Very good. Okay, now we're back on the item as amended. Okay, any other discussion? Very good. All those in, I'm so sorry, one moment. Councilwoman?
I just want to praise the Youth Involvement Committee for putting this forward. It's a very good idea.
Tell Nicole she can watch the video later. Okay.
Thank you.
All those in favor? Aye. Anyone opposed? Item passes 5-0. Congratulations. Very good. Will somebody move item, I should have said this. Would everyone like to co-sponsor it since it passed?
Yep.
Okay.
I'd be happy to.
I know it's kind of, can we just put everyone's names on there, if that, yeah, thank you. Okay, I'm sorry, I lost my place on the agenda. 10J, would somebody move the item forward? Is there a second?